Finally, y'all, I got more side boob than I have side back in this motherfucker.
Oh my God. So I remember when everybody was going crazy over this vibrant new pink sauce that was captivating the TikTok space everywhere. Everybody wanted to get their hands on pink sauce, right? They wanted to know what it tasted like. They wanted to know what foods you should put it on. They wanted to know, was it spicy? Was it sweet? Was it savory?
Let's try the pink sauce. No, it is not pink, guys. It's more of like a tan color. Got it at Walmart. So it's kind of giving like ranch meets Thousand Island dressing with like a hint of spice. That's like the best way I could explain it. It's definitely not bad, but it definitely wouldn't be like my go-to sauce.
All right. There you go, Raven.
She didn't even give it time to marinate on her tongue or none. Just dipped her chicken in Pepto-Bismol and no.
This TikTok creator, Chef P, or Chef Pie, or whatever, however the hell you say it, aka Veronica Shaw, okay? She had clearly struck gold. The algorithm, for a time at least, was blessing the pink sauce lady with its favor. She was everywhere. The pink sauce was everywhere. Now, she started this venture cooking out of her kitchen, and at first, the sauce was immediately intriguing because it was a bizarre pink color. People didn't know whether to be intrigued or scared of this Pepto-Bismol colored condiment, but despite their reservations, people were willing to give it a try. They were willing to purchase a product directly from someone's kitchen. I want to put that into perspective for everyone, okay? People were willing to buy directly from someone's kitchen without seeing the kitchen, without seeing the person, without knowing the person, who wasn't licensed to sell them food or anything edible for that matter. People were willing to shell out cash for it. They had all of the trust in the world for someone they didn't know. People all over were just ready to throw their money at Chef Pie. And so they did. And she sold out very, very fast. Chef Pie was selling out so fast that she could not keep up with the sudden surge of orders coming in from the social media fandom. And so she was off to the races. But what happened next, right? What happened next was something Chef Pie wasn't expecting, because in all likelihood, while she could cook up a sauce in the kitchen, it was very different than running a business. She had no knowledge of what it took to actually transport a food-based product across state lines, where that product would be subject to various degrees of heat, cold, moisture, etc. All of the different external variables associated with protecting a food-based product, and the necessary packaging needed to accompany that product so that it arrives to its destination well preserved, Chef Pie hadn't thought about.
The sauce was also arriving in the mail in these bags. They were not like boxed up with bubble wrap, and we're talking about liquid sauce here. So obviously some people were receiving them literally exploded. It's honestly so sad. I'm really rooting for small businesses, but when it comes to food, you need to be careful with what you're buying and the safety and everything.
This is why there's so much more to being a business owner and entrepreneur than people think. So quick to call yourself a business owner and boss chick, you think you can just start up a business from home without doing the research and acquiring the knowledge and funding needed to support your idea fully. And it just doesn't work that way. So the game plan was never a foolproof strategy, right? She basically just jumped out into the ocean without a life raft, hoping to learn how to swim once she hit water. So the orders go out and people start getting their pink sauce, except when they open it, they are frighteningly surprised to find that the pink sauce, because it was experiencing several different types of environmental exposure, it began to transform in the bottles it was shipped in. Some people posted a congealed looking sauce that had coagulated to look like some kind of pink blob. Others posted videos of their sauce being rancid with a sour smell, likely from too much exposure to heat. There were people that claimed that the milk that was listed as an ingredient, that when packaged inside of a bag, that it could actually create botulism. For those that don't know, botulism is a rare but serious illness caused by a toxin that attacks the body's nerves and creates difficulty breathing. It creates muscle paralysis and in extreme cases, even death. So her pink sauce was facing some serious allegations here, as some people were claiming they were hospitalized from consuming this product. There were also several discrepancies with the listed packaging weight amount, with people saying that, listen, some bottles weighed less than others, but this is what happens, again, when you try to mass produce on your own without a finite formula to work from. This would also be confirmed when Chef P responded to these allegations, saying that basically every bottle and the actual amount that was inside varied because it was all guesswork. She wasn't actually weighing things out in her kitchen for mass production. And aside from those issues, right, aside from all of these issues, there was another problem. Once everyone started posting videos and pictures of the sauce that they had received, they started to notice that the sauce was a different color compared to the sauce that was advertised. Some people got a Pink Panther type of pink, while others had a Nicki Minaj type of pink, while others had a different type of pink sauce altogether, more akin to dragon fruit, which was the main ingredient used in this, right? And that's when everybody was like, all right, okay, hold up. What's going on here? Is this even safe to eat?
We need to talk about pink sauce and why a lot of people are concerned for the people that have bought this sauce from the lady that makes it on TikTok, because the hue of the sauce keeps changing. Every photo, every video, the sauce color looks different. And also, she doesn't describe what it actually tastes like. I don't know if it is to promote it, get people to buy it, just to see what it tastes like, but she will not describe the taste. She says it's because she cannot describe the taste. I've been hearing it kind of tastes like ranch, not exactly ranch, but basically ranch. Now that people have purchased it and received it, they're noticing that there's a lot of stuff that's really sketchy with the bottle. The nutrition facts seem to be off. It says there's 444 servings. Some of the ingredients are spelled wrong. The website also just seems so poorly put together. Like, what is this? Why does it say this? It's literally like $20 for a bottle, and a lot of people are now worried that this creator is going to be facing a lawsuit.
You know, the thing that amazes me, okay, the thing that is amazing to me is that people did not actually think about if this product was actually safe to eat until after they had already purchased the damn product. Humans, right? So all of the positive motion and momentum the pink sauce had on TikTok and social media suddenly started to turn negative, and people began questioning whether or not the FDA would step in and do something about this or not, since her product was certainly a food safety concern and health risk by this point. So people began canceling their orders, and they wanted refunds. Of course, a lot of people took their complaints to TikTok, and in October of 2022,
Was a packaging mistake. So initially, someone who received the first order was someone that I knew personally. So she called me like, girl, my package looks horrific.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, we have to put it in. Like, we have to stop all of these orders, contact each and every customer. We contacted everyone directly, meaning single emails, and let them know, hey, the shipment got damaged. We're aware of this. We will either refund you or send you a brand new bottle of pink sauce. And, you know, we did offer exclusivity, like, you know, just special offers to our customers, letting them know, like, hey, we care. And
You handled your business like
Yes.
a boss. She was like, I made a mistake. I'm going to rectify it.
Well, we find out later that this wasn't true because she did not contact Alert Beauty. But this is where they decide to single out one critic, who is Alert Beauty, on the talk show.
When did you start receiving the backlash, and what was that backlash saying?
Okay, so there was a young lady on social media. She took it as the moment to say, hey, this is my moment to become viral.
But she paid $20 plus shipping for a subpar product, and she rightfully criticized it. I don't see an issue with that. People make reviews of products all the time. Fix the product if it's valid criticism, and if it's not, ignore it.
All right, when we get back, we're going to talk to one of your customers and fellow TikTok influencers, Allie. I think she's one of the people that you said kept on with the harassment, right?
Yeah.
See, this is what really confused me as well. How is making TikTok videos criticizing a product harassment? She's criticizing a product. The product had a questionable smell, and then she found glitter in it, so she sent it to a lab. That's within her right to do. So to fly her out to a talk show, then single her out as some person who's leading a harassment campaign, that's just a weird thing to do. But then they bring out Allie, who is Allured Beauty, and then they have this whole weird moment where Chef P grabs her hand and tells her that she is not special.
You're not special.
She's the customer. Like, she's supposed to be special to you.
I think this is a moment of reflection.
Absolutely, and I think it's a moment of learning on both parts.
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's being real. And this being real here. Because the thing is the matter that her business, her livelihood, her safety is being affected now. And these are things that we don't think about. Mm-hmm. This moment is for you to realize that your power is really in what you're saying and what you're doing. And that one video that you did for that second, the follow-up video, had ripple effects that you have to acknowledge is there. Because if it was on the other foot, you'd be sitting here upset, crying, mad, if you had to move every week because you and your child were in danger.
Absolutely.
So this is the moment for you just to say, you know what? Next time, I will take this step. Before I post something, I'm gonna do my research. Before I do something, I'm gonna reach out to her. Before I do something, I'm really gonna realize, is this really my responsibility? Your responsibility is to build each other up as women.
But by this time, the FDA had stepped in. And if you know them like I know them, then you know they don't fuck around. They have a very particular set of skills. And because they found the pink sauce not up to par, because of course it wasn't, they informed Chef Pie, Veronica Shaw, to cease all sales of the pink sauce immediately and indefinitely. So she was done, y'all. It was over. But there would be a hero to emerge out of the darkness for Chef P. Someone to offer her that life raft. Dave's Gourmet, which is a company that has been around for 30 years and specializes in various sauces. They would swoop in to save Veronica Shaw. Dave's Gourmet saw an opportunity to help her out, and because they specialize in the sale of various kinds of sauces, they saw this as a lucrative opportunity for both parties. Because again, the pink sauce at one point was a viral sensation that was sold out. The demand was there, but the product wasn't. So they step in around the end of year 2022. And per the contract, their job was to stabilize this mess and bring structure to the pink sauce business. But this partnership deal goes completely off the rails. It got so out of hand that by August of 2023, Veronica Shaw, aka the Pink Sauce Lady, was claiming that she was bankrupt. That's right. Chef P created a GoFundMe, which is still up and active, by the way, saying that she was now broke and didn't have any money to feed her kids. She claimed that Dave's Gourmet did not pay her royalties for the pink sauce and that she was taken advantage of by them. That she was now struggling, financially living off of just $20 a day. First off, hold on. If you were struggling that bad, why didn't you just do what every responsible citizen in America does when they need money to support their family and go get a damn job? Nowhere in her contract did it state that she could not go get a 9-to-5 or hell, even a part-time job to support her and her kids. But per usual, boss chick that thinks she's too good to work a 9-to-5 doesn't want to. She'd rather beg y'all for money. And so that's exactly what she did. She opened a GoFundMe with a goal of $100,000. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And so meanwhile, Dave's Gourmet is like, wait a minute, hold up. You out here dragging our good name, and our business into the ground, and all we did was try to help you, and as a result, we took a massive L. Their official response is actually still posted on their website, and I'm going to put it right here, but I'm not going to make you go research it because I already did it, and I got to pull it up right here with all the receipts. So let's read it together. Dave's Chef P partnership timeline. So, it reads as such. Get that out of here. All right. In August of 2022, Dave's Gourmet signed an agreement with Veronica Shaw and her entities, Pink Sauce and Flavor Crazy Inc., in which Shaw and her entities were responsible for promoting Pink Sauce through the digital content requirement to post about Pink Sauce on social media at least 3 times a week. And Dave's Gourmet was in charge of achieving the required shelf stability for the product, making the formula acceptable for commercial production and following FDA's food production guidelines, production and sales of the Pink Sauce product online and to retailers. At the time, Shaw was not producing Pink Sauce because the FDA had instructed her to cease all the production due to quality concerns. She was making Pink Sauce in her kitchen and was shipping it out without refrigeration in the heat of the summer, and the sauce frequently went bad during shipping, as evidenced by many social media posts from buyers. The sauce was not shelf stable and was not safe for shipping without refrigeration. There was a huge negative publicity online for this sauce and on social media due to the quality issues that Shaw had experienced. According to the agreement, Shaw received an upfront payment of $45,000 as a part of the agreement for Dave's Gourmet to continue to pursue the sales of PS, Pink Sauce. According to the agreement, Shaw was responsible for all of the refunds for the products that predated the agreement. That's important. After the agreement was signed, we learned that neither Shaw nor her entities had enough funds to cover all of the refunds to the people who never received the products that she was responsible for according to the agreement. There was a hold put by Shopify and PayPal on most of the cash in Shaw's accounts due to multiple customer complaints, and even the cash that was there was mostly not available to pay refunds. DG couldn't see the customers disappointed with no product and no refund, so it provided approximately $30,000 to cover the refunds, even though this was Shaw's responsibility. Some of these funds came back to DG later in the year after the hold on Shaw's account was lifted by PayPal and Shopify. Prior to entering the partnership with DG, Shaw reviewed and negotiated the agreement with the help from her attorney. According to the agreement, Shaw receives royalties that depend on the gross profit that the company makes on the sales of Pink Sauce, and there is a milestone payment if certain goals are met. The royalty payments are based on gross profit because at the time we did not know what the Pink Sauce product would cost, given that it contains expensive ingredients like dragon fruit that needed to be factored in. When we negotiated this agreement, we walked Shaw and her attorney through the difference between sales and gross profit to make sure that everyone was on the same page. All payments have been communicated and paid on time in accordance with the agreement. DG also advised Shaw that Pink Sauce royalties should not be her only source of income, as they can fluctuate, and she should have a regular job to make sure that she has financial stability. At the time, Dave's Gourmet did not know if any sales would be generated from Pink Sauce, so they told her to go get a damn job to work in conjunction with the sale of Pink Sauce in case that it does not sell well. Did she listen? No. Instead, she came to y'all begging for money. So in the fall of 2022, Shaw was struggling financially. DG decided to be helpful, and over the course of several months provided Shaw with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000 payouts. I'm sorry, more than $40,000 without charging Shaw interest or fees. These advances were supposed to be offset by the future royalties that Shaw was going to earn. In March of 2023, Shaw communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances and that she needed another advance to feed her children and avoid being evicted. Woo! DG sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000, but again encouraged her to continue working her other job and pursue her private chef career as she had been doing prior to partnering to commercially produce Pink Sauce. Shaw wanted to know more about activities related to Pink Sauce at Dave's Gourmet. At the beginning of 2023, the DG team set up a weekly standing meeting to discuss the brand strategy and collaborate with Shaw. Shaw attended only a couple of these meetings and has not been in attendance since. So you didn't even have, oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. She did not even have, Veronica Shaw did not even have enough commitment in her own business to show up to a meeting that would help provide her with a strategy on how to move forward with the sale of her product. What a squandered opportunity. I know tons of people who would jump, who would love, who would kill for the same opportunity that she had, and she squandered it. Lazy, entitled. February 2023, Shaw requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party and also asked DG to pay for her dress that cost more than $800 and shoes which cost over $600 that would potentially be used in a TikTok video. DG suggested a smaller budget, and because DG would not approve the expenses, Shaw distanced herself from DG collaborative marketing efforts. Wow. February of 2023, Shaw attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses like buying 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing her entire grocery bills. These receipts are attached in this link. So they got the receipts. So she wanted Dave's Gourmet to foot the bill for her shoes and her damn groceries. So now that wasn't in the contract. It wasn't in the contract. We were supposed to take care and support and take care of your life and support you as a grown-ass adult. You's a boss queen, right? Go get it. DG informed her that such activities are fraudulent and asked a lot of questions related to receipts submitted. Shaw did not respond to any of those questions. So you out here basically being fraudulent with the money and with the account. You spending the money where it should not be spent. May of 2023, due to the large advances on Shaw's royalty payment and the deduction of refunds covered by DG related to the period prior to this agreement, the balance of milestone royalty payment owed to Shaw came to $666.86. Dave's Gourmet decided to hold off on deducting $10,000 in advances from the royalties due until a later period, so that Shaw would have more funds to cover her needs at the time, and instead paid Shaw $10,666.68. So they didn't even go after their money first. They said, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put off your payment until for a later date. We're gonna give you time and the room that you need to take care of whatever it is you need to take care of to support yourself. And they actually paid her another advance. Crazy. This balance and all payments processed have been outlined and communicated to Shaw consistently. Dave's Gourmet deducted the above mentioned advances of $10,000 at the second quarter royalty payment. The quarter 2 royalty payment due was less than $10,000, so the net effect was that Shaw had a negative balance of $6,005.80 that she owed to DG due to the previous advances taken. Contrary to Shaw's belief, both quarter 1 and quarter 2 royalty payments are calculated in exactly the same way. The only difference is that the deduction of the advance for quarter 2 We clearly explained this deduction to Shaw in our email and offered to walk her and her attorney through the calculation. June of 2023, Shaw submitted an expense report to DG that included a request for payment for her time dedicated to making social media content since October of 2022. This chick requested that she be paid for 1,400 hours at $90 per hour in her invoice. Jesus Christ. Such request was outside of the terms of the agreement, as Shaw's compensation per the agreement was through royalties, and there was no provision to compensate her on a per hour basis. DG asked for clarifications related to the various other expenses listed by Shaw in the invoice, but backups, receipts, and explanations were not provided. Shaw informed Dave's Gourmet that she did not need to provide us with the receipts or explanations to get reimbursed. Jesus, look at the balls on this chick. DG reminded Shaw that business expenses need to be pre-approved by Dave's Gourmet. Dave's Gourmet has kept this timeline of information private until Shaw went to social media with defamatory statements regarding the integrity of our business, which has put us in an unfortunate position to share details that would have otherwise remained private. In total, Shaw has received, my goodness, $147,449.37 in payments from her partnership with Dave's Gourmet and Pink Sauce since August of 2022. To date, we initially told the journalist that she received more than $120,000 and now have tracked all the payments and are sharing the precise number with all the bank confirmations in this link. They are not fucking around with Veronica Shaw. They have the receipts. They go on to say, it is our understanding that Shaw probably spent about $10,000 of this amount to buy video recording equipment, props, clothes, and accessories that would be used to promote Pink Sauce. But we have not seen the receipts confirming this. Because of all the advances provided to Shaw, the funds sent to Shaw exceed what she has earned under the terms of the agreement. In addition, Shaw had certain obligations in the agreement related to her social media activities that she has violated multiple times. Dave's Gourmet reminded Shaw multiple times that she needs to adhere to the terms of the agreement, but she ignored Dave Gourmet's requests. After Shaw went to social media to create the illusion that she is not being compensated properly, DG communicated to both Shaw and her attorney that DG will cover the cost of Shaw's legal counsel to go through the provisions of the agreement and the payments to confirm that the payments were correct. So they even were kind enough to offer her legal counsel to see it through, to see that she has been paid everything that that was in her contract. They offered to provide that for her. Wow. And DG is following the agreement because this is Shaw's legal counsel. We could not pay him directly, and that is why we propose to reimburse Shaw for those expenses. This proposal was rejected by Shaw. Update 9/29/23. Dave Gourmet's consistent support of Shaw was rooted in our desire for a successful partnership. Our primary objective throughout this partnership was to ensure the successful commercialization of Pink Sauce while upholding our company's values of integrity, transparency, and commitment to our partners and customers. Unfortunately, despite DG's continuous efforts to maintain a constructive relationship with Shaw, our efforts were met with recurrent challenges. In August of 2023, we sent multiple messages to Shaw and her attorney suggesting creative ways to mitigate the issues and have an amicable working relationship. In return, we received a message from Shaw that DG would need to pay her $1.5 million basically, is if we want to continue selling Pink Sauce. The current agreement in place is evergreen, and DG does not need any special extension payments. renewals, or permissions from Shaw to continue selling pink sauce under the terms of the agreement. So Shaw's request was odd and did not make any sense. On August the 25th, Shaw notified DG that she was being evicted from her apartment that weekend due to unpaid rent. The audacity on this chick. DG scheduled a call with Shaw and for approximately 2 hours discussed our proposal on how the relationship could work in the future. Still willing to work with this chick. This proposal requires Shaw to post the pink sauce related content on social media twice a week and included bi-weekly payments to Shaw to provide her with a stable level of income for a period of time. She agreed in principle with DG's proposal, but wanted her attorney to finalize the details. Shaw then asked for assistance with her overdue rent. DG wanted to be helpful but hesitated given the prior history with Shaw. DG preferred to wait until the new agreement with Shaw was fully in place before providing any help. But that was not possible over the weekend since Shaw's attorney would need to be involved, and he was not available on that weekend. And by Monday, Shaw would have been evicted. In the spirit of future cooperation and creating goodwill with Shaw, DG took another chance on Shaw and paid off her past due rent totaling $14,000. My goodness. With this additional payment, the total funds sent to Shaw equal $161,449.37 that weekend and prevented her and her children from being evicted. That backfired for Dave's Gourmet. No surprise here, given the history. Ain't that a fact? And once again, they have the links to the receipts. The following week, DG sent a legal draft of our proposal discussed on the call with Shaw to her attorney. Shaw indicated that her attorney would come back to us, but he never did. In the meantime, we received another strange demand from Shaw for $250,000. My goodness, yo. I can't believe this is facts. I can't believe this is true. And then she posted her recent video on social media with false accusations directed at DG. None of them have any merit, and bear in mind, she posted this video shortly after DG helped her and her children not get evicted. We received many messages from people encouraging us to sue Shaw for defamation. We are considering all options, including a lawsuit, but also are mindful of the distractions that it will cause for our organization and the difficulty of collecting any court-awarded damages from Shaw, given that she has spent all the damn funds. Oh, man. We are a family-owned business, and our reputation is dear to us. We are asking for your support. Shaw's GoFundMe page containing false claims is still live. We have reported Shaw's GoFundMe page for fraud. She lied there that she did not receive any payments, but now is admitting publicly that she has received over $120,000 in payments from DG, just as we said. But GoFundMe has not taken action to remove Shaw's page where she is asking for funds under false pretenses. Please consider reporting the page or asking for a refund if you have donated. Kyrie Irving from the Dallas Mavericks donated $24,000 to Shaw's GoFundMe campaign, probably without knowing the facts. We want other people to have factual information on this case prior to considering making a donation. We hope that people share the facts on social media about the sequence of events related to this matter so that Shaw can no longer spread misinformation about our company. Needless to say, we are very disappointed in the status of our partnership with Shaw, but we hope that you still will give us the opportunity to share our products with you. We have a huge selection of bold and flavor-packed hot sauces, pasta sauces, creamy hot sauces, olive oils, and more. Please give them a try, including pink sauce. You can see that it is sold at a lower price at retail now. We worked hard to bring it to market, and despite our challenges with Shaw, we have multiple other partners that are relying on us to drive its commercialization. Man, this is unfortunate. This is extremely unfortunate. This is what happens. So the pink sauce was put on the shelf at Walmart. Okay, it was given the green light, and that was because of Dave's Gourmet. Pink sauce lady didn't get that done. Dave's Gourmet got that done. Okay, the pink sauce was put on the shelves at Walmart, and again, you would have thought that that was That would be the kick in the back that she needed to get her act straight and get out there and actually produce something for her own fucking business. But no, she's still on the internet crying and complaining about she doesn't have any money to feed her kids and to take care of her family. She's going to be evicted after receiving multiple handouts from all over the place. These are the boss chicks that y'all empower, that y'all think are so creative, that y'all think are so powerful, that y'all think are so inspiring. These are them at the end of the day. You know, I realize that this was a bit lengthy, but I needed you all to hear all the details so that we can all have a clear picture and understanding of just how badly this woman fucked herself and ruined a lucrative opportunity. All because she couldn't manage her finances and she thought she should be paid $90 an hour to promote her own damn product on social media. The delusion of women like this is beyond laughable. It's insulting. She deserves her downfall. She deserves every bit of it. She deserves every bit of her failure. And for those that are wondering, she's still out there. You can find her on TikTok, still putting colorful sauces on whatever the fuck is nearby. She apparently now has a lilac colored sauce that she did a video for, and it went nowhere. It got no traction. It was largely just another attempt at a cash grab. But I think the majority of people that bought into this and wanted to give her a chance have seen the light. This woman is a grifter. You don't change people like this. You can't help people like this. Unfortunately, you have to allow them the space to fall completely off a cliff. And while they're laying at the bottom of the pitfall they set for themselves, hopefully they learned a valuable lesson. But let's be honest. Do we really think or expect her to learn anything at all? No. You heard that to date. I'll show it here. $25,459 has been donated to Veronica Shaw, which apparently $24,000 of that was donated by Kyrie Irving. Great guy. Hopefully no one else donates to this terrible businesswoman who thinks she's too good to work a fucking job to support herself. Let her bask in the destruction of her own business at her own hands. Later.
Don't need no cosigns, love don't keep no scores. Tell the truth. Patience is a virtue, all is fair and warm. Time ain't really real and life's revolving doors. Pressure for the diamonds, friction sharp as swords. The truth don't need no cosigns, love don't keep no scores. Patience is a virtue, all is fair and warm.